All right, family, welcome back to the one-stop shop for all things Dallas Mavericks. Today we got a reaction video. We're gonna be hopping into the panel. The Dallas Mavericks playoff hopes may be over. Man, what they talking about? This might be a reach. We gotta have somebody that's riding with the Mavs on this panel. Without further ado, let's get it.
Did you know there's a way to become your own bank?
Trying to hit us with these ads. Y'all bear with me. If y'all can hear me loud and clear, drop a 1 in the comments below.
Well, I mean, obviously, it just depends on how soon Luka comes.
Welcome to another episode of the panel. As you can see from the title of the show, the Dallas Mavericks might just be done. Now, in case y'all don't know, the Dallas Mavericks have been on a very slippery slope, and they have fallen off in the last month or so. Quite frankly, due to injuries. Remember, Kyrie got injured, came back. Luka got injured, and he still hasn't returned. Maxi Kleber just got hurt. Derek Lively is also out for an extended period of time. And as of right now, the Dallas Mavericks aren't really looking too good. We got updates that Luka will potentially be back before All-Star break, but that might not be soon enough to save the drowning Dallas Mavericks. Swiper, Big Ox, talk to me about what's going on in Dallas and if they'll be able to turn it around anytime soon.
Well, I mean, obviously, it just depends on how soon Luka comes back. I mean, I like Maxi Kleber, but I think they'll be okay without him. It's not, you know what I'm saying? It's just really about when Luka comes back. If Luka can come back before the All-Star break, I don't see no reason why their playoff hopes will be over. In fact, Ron, I think they're reaching with this title a little bit.
Facts.
Well, the Mavericks have fallen to the 9th seed.
Facts. I do honestly think Ron is reaching more than a little bit. The fact that he can put this title out there against all Dallas Maverick fans, like, you know, we coming. We out here literally like,
I beg
come
your
on
pardon?
now it's up.
They're 24-22, 4-6 in their last game or last 10 games. And Ox, the only team lower than them that's in the playoffs is you guys.
Mm-hmm.
That was a lucky
So the Phoenix
shot.
Suns trending up. They're 7-3 in their last 10 games. They're the 8th seed. You guys are 7-3 at the 10th seed below them. Those two teams are trending up. And also the Minnesota Timberwolves have looked a lot better too. Those two.
How he gonna throw the Minnesota Timberwolves in there? Come on now. They trending up. They literally probably the same record.
Teams are trending up, and the Dallas Mavericks are going the other way.
Well, you know how it is, right? You know, it's basketball is a game of runs, and it's a season of runs. You know what I mean? There's 40 games to play, give or take. You know, a few, and that's plenty of games to make anything happen. Shit, the Mavericks can end up in the 12th seed, or they can end up in the 7th, 6th seed. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm not reaching there. There's a chance that their playoff hopes might be over.
Yeah, but I think you're insinuating more so that their playoff chances are over. And you also said
I'm asking.
Right, I don't know. I think they're far from over. I think they're very far from over. I think the Mavericks could end up, like I said, in the 5th seed. You know what I'm saying? So with Luka Doncic around, anything is possible. And if he comes back before All-Star break, as a matter of fact, if he's coming back before All-Star break, they're making the playoffs. There's no chance they don't make the playoffs.
All right, we got a guest in the house tonight. What's going on, my man? Talk to people. Let them know who you are. Let them know.
I mean, they literally ask as if they don't know that the owners are in the casino business and the house always wins. Last year, when we were farther along in the season, we were able to make the impossible possible. Simply put, after the trade deadline, everybody was so focused on the early look Mavs, they're not going to be prepared for when we turn it on this time. I really think low-key, Luka over there low managing.
Where you from and let them know who you rep.
What's going on, guys? How we doing, man?
Cool.
Tell them my name is King Caper, sports content creator. Got a podcast with Dak Prescott and Michael Parsons' brother. I'm from Philly. Glad that you guys are having me on. I appreciate it, man.
No doubt. So what you are a football guy to the basketball guy?
No, but I would say equal.
Oh, okay. And so I know that you do a podcast with Dak and Micah, and I know the teams they play for. That's and I know the area. I'm insinuating the area that you're in. You got the Oklahoma City jersey, so yeah. Texas, Oklahoma. Is it a certain allegiance that you stand with in football?
That boy out here confused.
Well, actually, I'm from Philly, so it's not. I was looking real scary right now for the Cowboys, bro. Especially with Philly going to the Super Bowl.
So you are a Cowboys fan?
I am a Cowboys fan, though. Yes, grew up into it. This is just kind of inherited from my family, but.
Hey, yeah. and now y'all got to deal with Jaden McDaniels for the next 10, 15 years.
Bro.
Damn.
Baller. You talk about a baller.
Yeah, the Giants is gonna get it together too, man. It might be a rough decade.
I don't know.
A little bit of luck in the playoffs. You don't know. Like maybe you have all this.
Is this a season that we can save?
I don't believe in wasting prime seasons of top 5 players.
I don't either. Team. They just got Gafford last year. They just not Gafford. Yeah, they just traded for Gafford last year. They just got Lively.
Washington.
Let's see how much they know about our team.
I just got PJ Washington. Irv, they got him last year.
They've only been there for 2.5 years and under.
Right. So Najee Marshall and
No.
I think this crew can stay together for a while because PJ Washington isn't he isn't an old guy. He's still a young guy, and he's still got a lot of years left in him. I don't know how many more years Irv has though, especially at this level, and not just Irv, but I mean,
The amount of disrespect they were giving our guys last year was crazy. I had to unsubscribe. I said I had to unsubscribe. It was just crazy.
I can see Irv. This back
So much
it's been
clickbait.
bothering him for quite some time. In addition to him, Luka's been coming up lame. With Luka coming up lame, I mean, is this just one of those seasons where they've just been broken down and we're gonna have to scrap this season, or is this a season that we can save?
I don't believe in wasting prime seasons of top 5 players.
I don't either, Penn. I'm not gonna say that neither.
So
I don't believe in that.
Unless
either.
you're shutting Luka down for the season and committing fully to the tank, in which case, by all means, trade Gafford as well while you're at it. If you're not doing that, if there's some hope that he's gonna come back, it's way too late to tank for Cooper Flag.
Hey, you see they trying to throw Gafford out there? They trying to pick him up on the slide.
You're not catching the Phillies and the Charlottes and the Washingtons of the world. I don't want to see you compromise because the way this team is built, the way they were going, they're good enough to be a second round, third round team in the West. You have that kind of upside if you believe you have the health. A little bit of luck in the playoffs. You don't know. Maybe you have all this negative injury luck right now. Maybe there's other teams that are gonna have negative injury luck later. I mean, shit, they got it out of the way early. I don't know. I think they need some depth. I think they need to find a way to activate their offense without Luka. And I'm not sure how you feel about their offense right now without Luka. He's obviously a very big part of what they do. He is what they do. He is their system. But in the absence of him, can you not find a way to get Klay Thompson more touches?
Well, they were winning. They were winning when he was out of the lineup. Yeah, they were definitely winning when he was out of the lineup. They were rolling when he was out of the lineup. They played a lot faster. They were playing better defense. That was largely due to why the offense was better. That's number one. Number two, my question to you, Penn, is when I look at this group, I've always felt like when you make a move on a team, and you and I disagree on this, but I felt like when you make a move on a team, you make a move because this is it. This is probably as far as we're going to go with this group. So you're telling me that this team currently, they're a second round or maybe a Western Conference Finals team. Well, that tells me we're going backwards. It was in the finals last year. So does that mean that the last year's group, is that it? Is that all we get?
I don't think of it that way. But go ahead, Swipe.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I think anybody that's I think everyone that's saying there should be Cooper Flag or derail the season or throw it away, I think people are just
Do they really think we care that much to throw the season to go get Cooper Flag? What position he gonna play? To be honest, the Dallas Mavericks are stacked. It's just everybody that's the top, what's that? Anywhere from the top 1 to the 1 through 8. We got so many of those guys missing out right now due to injuries, ticky-tack injuries, or just not being mentally prepared for the position that we are in right now. So we got to get everybody acclimated and back ready to compete and healthy. Hell, too much going on.
I think they're being very reactionary, not in a negative way. I think I understand it, a lot of injuries, but for me, they're currently situated to be in the plan. And right now, if they stayed where they are, which I don't believe they're going to stay where they are, then they'll be currently slotted to play the first game of the plan. They have to play the second game of the plan. They would have to win themselves into the playoffs as the 8th seed. And if you set up a scenario
today is what you're saying, because if it ended today, what you're saying, they're the 9th seed currently. Right now, they're the 9th seed.
Yeah.
So
they would play the Kings, and then they'll play the loser of Minnesota or the Suns.
Okay.
And they could beat any of those teams.
Well, hold on.
They could also be beat by both those
But
teams.
this is my question. Can I ask a question?
Go
Yeah, I need somebody to interject on this.
I beg your
For real.
ahead, King.
I don't mean to interrupt you, and I apologize. Where is this coming from? You don't think they need to just get healthy to have bad luck? I don't think they would just tank the season up. I think they're good enough. I mean, yeah, he's saying they go backwards because they went to the finals, but I feel like they could get healthy at the right time and make a run again.
King, they was in 3rd place
I agree.
about a month ago. They're in 9th place right now.
I'm aware.
They're in
Yes, I'm
9th place
aware.
right now.
I'm saying as far as
That's strictly due to
yes,
injuries.
but that's strictly
Right.
injuries. And number C from 9 to 5 is 2 games.
Right.
One game.
There's no reason to be
That's all I'm saying.
quick and rush and talk about making
Yes.
trades and all that type of stuff. That's
Well, they need to do that at all.
completely unnecessary. They need to keep playing basketball, keep getting healthy, stay in the gym, and hold on. There's like I said, there's 40 games left, give or take a
Yeah.
couple. You know what I'm saying? They all they in Ron's point, he said Luka might be back before the All-Star break. If Luka Doncic is back before the All-Star break, I'm telling you, there's no way possible they don't.
I'm going to say this now. It is 100% chance that the Dallas Mavericks will most likely make the playoffs this year. We're built for it. We know how to turn it on. The Dallas Mavericks are able to get going when times get tough. Luka Doncic has been out. Yeah. Najee Marshall, Derek Lively, Klay. We just got Klay back and a few others. So therefore, and we just lost Maxey. So we have a lot of tools in the toolbox. We just got to make sure that they, you know what I'm saying, they had their maintenance.
make the playoffs.
Yeah, that changes
Even if
everything.
that's true,
Who's their backup center?
And with that being said, if I'm talking about health, I'm talking about the Dallas Mavericks at full strength are one of the best teams in the West. Dallas Mavericks at full strength should 100% make another run for the Western Conference title.
But
Who's their backup center?
Wait a
That's what I
minute,
wanna know.
Penn. Because that part I want to stay where Ox is because
Who's the backup center?
this isn't December. Half the season is already over. Ox, we don't have a lot
I
of
know.
time
I'm just saying 44 games.
They had
Hey,
3
that's plenty of time.
healthy-ish centers last year.
They don't
Actually, 4.
have to be the 1 seed nor the 2nd seed.
No,
nor
I'm
the
not
3rd
saying that
seed, nor
part.
the 4th seed.
They
The
need
Dallas
a
Mavericks
rim
are the
running
5th seed, 6th seed,
Another
7th
one?
seed, 8th seed.
Struggling to grow your Shopify store revenue?
Y'all bear with me. These ads.
Derek Lively's injured. That's
Okay,
what
Derek
they're
Lively
But
could
yeah,
be
but
out.
he's the opposite seed.
No.
He'll be
He's out 3
reevaluated in
months.
4 weeks.
Okay.
Well, they said it's a 2 to 3 month
I'm-
injury about 2 weeks ago, so he ostensibly will be back at the beginning of April.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so
playoffs.
Provided there's no setbacks.
If he's out for the rest basically the rest of the regular season, then I don't know if they'll get.
That's a huge part of what they're doing.
They'll-
Ox.
they'll-
No, but
they'll-
I guess what I'm trying to
they'll
understand
playoffs with
fundamentally
Luka Doncic and not
in my
Derek.
original comments was if they're healthy and let's say they have, which we're for every team, we're writing in the Celtics being able to bounce back from a malaise. We're writing in the fact that we think that some teams are going to continue to improve. That Chet's going to be back. Isaiah Hartenstein is going to be healthy. That OKC will be together. We're doing this for every team. So I'm saying if we're doing that for the Mavericks, and right now they have had, if they're healthy.
Okay, do y'all see this comment on the screen? It says call Chicago, Kyrie for Levine and Kleba for Smith, for J. Smith. Are they serious?
Wait a minute.
I mean, I don't know what to say to that guy.
Luka, Kyrie, Clay, PJ, and Lively. That's one of the best starting fives in basketball this year. They've been elite on offense, have been elite on defense.
Yes.
If they're healthy, they would be the most dangerous team below the
Absolutely.
4 seed in the NBA, like far and away. And then on top of that, if OKC, if they were healthy and they had to play OKC in the first round, they would feel very confident in that matchup versus OKC. If things stayed as they
The
are,
Dallas
they would be
Mavericks
very
ain't scared of
confident
nobody.
versus the Houston Rockets. If things stayed as they are, they would be very confident versus the Memphis Grizzlies. The only team that I think they have struggled with traditionally has been the Nuggets, but they might not even have to worry about that if the Nuggets fall off and they go to 5 or 6, or if they get high enough where they can avoid them or whatever, or if they stay in the middle. I'm
The
saying
Dallas
Dallas would feel
Mavericks
comfortable
are the
versus
dark
almost
horse
basically everybody in
that
the
can
West.
take
And I would think
anybody
if
out.
OKC had to play them first round, that could be a first round out for OKC. That's no disrespect to OKC at all. I'm that high on the Mavs, but I also be clear. I also
agree.
said that I think the Mavs might be the second best team in the West.
Yep.
All things on the table. Like I think they're
The Mavericks shouldn't fear any team in the West.
Mm-mm.
Now,
No.
obviously, to your point, there's a couple teams they probably aren't looking forward to playing. You know what I'm saying? They're probably not looking forward to playing the Nuggets. I'm going to throw the Clippers in there. They might not look forward to playing them. They might not look forward to
No,
playing.
we ready
they
for
might
the
not- I think
Clippers.
they
We
beat
had already got
Lakers.
over the hump.
I don't think they look forward to playing OKC. But I also think that they're not worried about anybody. I think the Mavericks can
No,
beat
but
any team in
I don't
the
know
West.
where that came from. Well, what matchup advantage still would the Lakers have in a series versus the Mavericks?
Their 5 spot with Anthony Davis. That's their matchup advantage right
So
there.
versus Derek Lively and Daniil Gafford.
Yes, he destroys him. He destroys him.
So through the series,
I'm going to say this one more time.
So
Throughout a 7-game series, Anthony Davis outplays Derek Lively and Daniel Gafford.
well,
Is that enough?
I need somebody to do a fact check on that. I'm calling cap.
So, but functionally, they
Yeah,
got to go
exactly.
through the rest of the
They'll be
roster
able to hold
and the
their
rest of the
own.
team. The Mavs are going to have the best player in that series going away. I mean, that's
Ron's
for me.
still a matchup advantage too, though. Like,
No,
you know,
They got Luka
that's
Doncic.
Yeah, they got
cool.
Luka,
yeah,
bro.
Ron
But like,
Luka not guarding each other.
But
You
no,
said- we said what matchup advantage?
Ron. But follow up with this: who they at least have wing defenders. Najee Marshall,
Yes, they do.
PJ
Yeah,
Washington,
but
and
Marshall
others.
not-
Yes, they do.
Najee
I know,
not
but listen to what I'm
blocking
saying,
Ron.
Ron.
Hold on,
The
wait,
Lakers
they
don't
at least-
have-
They have a wing defender. Remember, that's
Najee
been
Marshall is a
Rodgers'
good
right
defender.
They
Where
have
does this
a wing defender.
Absolutely.
A is one.
and PJ Washington.
Hey, coming from Ron, the same person who didn't think we had any wing defenders last year, he doesn't watch the Mavs like that. He done came up with this clickbait title.
Washington's a better defender
Okay,
than
I'll
he
give
is.
you PJ. I'll give you PJ. But
You don't think
I'll
Najee
give you
Marshall is
PJ.
a positive wing
No,
defender?
I said he is. I said they have a
They have
wing
two.
defender.
That's-
No,
that's
I'll give you
what they
PJ.
have
I'll give you PJ.
Ron,
They
do
have-
you not think the Mavericks are better than the Lakers?
We got Omex
I
too.
I didn't say that the Lakers
As
would
a
beat
team-
them.
as a
Okay,
team,
wait. Whoa. Stop right here. I didn't say that the Lakers would beat them. Ox,
I
your
didn't
original
say you did. I
statement.
didn't say
Ox, your original statement was the Mavs shouldn't
Hey, chill. Take some of that bass out your voice. Calm down. With them glasses on.
fear anybody.
Right.
And that part I won't argue because I don't think that they do fear anybody.
Should they have a better defense than the Lakers? Can argue better offense.
Not my point. My point is that I like the Lakers again. I don't have the Mavs because to the Ox point, Ox got them smoking the Lakers.
Hey, family, I'm not gonna lie. Does Chill look like he trying to fit himself into his little box? He got them shoulders hunched in.
I think this is a
Let me
much more
stop.
competitive series than Ox is giving them credit for. I'm
Why?
watching it.
I think
Well, number one, they got two of the best 3 players in the series. That's number one.
But Chill, that's not even. But you have seen in the last several playoffs.
I mean, nothing.
You've seen in the last several playoffs, Chill, last 3 years at least, where you can have
Unless it's
let's
Boston.
say like for instance, like Lakers versus Nuggets or Lakers versus Nuggets last year when Jamal wasn't like both LeBron and AD were better than Murray, but it was a 4-1 series for a reason. I'm saying like if you look
Wait. Why was it a
Right.
4-1 series, Wiper?
because Michael Porter Jr. was literally
That's a mental
uncoverable.
problem,
by them.
100%
Aaron
mental
Gordon was
problem.
uncoverable for them.
Okay.
They didn't have anybody to be able to play defense consistently
Mm-mm.
on off-ball actions, pick and roll actions, all
The
those
difference
things.
is that the Mavericks don't present those same problems.
Yes,
they
but I'm saying
no, they
because
do not.
they don't have Joker. I'm saying they don't have Joker.
That's the point.
They have
That-
Luka.
that's-
They
that's-
have
don't
Luka
need
and Kyrie
Joker.
Irving. Luka and Kyrie
Hold on,
Irving.
why you saying Luka? Like Luka is miles ahead of all the rest of these guys.
Luka Doncic is miles ahead of this version of LeBron James
Yes,
and
he
Anthony
is,
Davis.
and Anthony
They
Davis.
present different but equal.
Yeah.
It's different but equal problems.
Okay, now, swipe. I'm sorry, Ox, to your point. Different problems. Like you just said, I think MPJ was a huge problem that the Lakers couldn't solve last season. I think Aaron Gordon was manageable. He wasn't like what MPJ was, but I think he was manageable. I think MPJ was the difference in that series.
Yeah.
This Dallas team,
23 on 73 shooting. That's it.
this Dallas team.
What kind of shade you
You
got?
know what you asked Aaron Gordon to do? You asked Aaron Gordon to shoot the long ball, and he did. I think he shot
He
something
shot 50% versus Wolves
Right.
last year.
He shot 50% on the long ball line. What I'm saying is,
PJ Washington.
Check this out. I'm going to show you how I afforded this car. Okay, you ready? All right, 100.
with this Dallas team, they're not gonna leave PJ Washington open. Because we already. Why are the Lakers leaving PJ Washington open? Swiper, go ahead.
But I'm saying they don't. Why don't chill?
No.
Think about it. I'm answering
right
chill.
Why are they leaving?
I'm not even trying to get in the yelling, man. I'm just saying
I
schematically.
do want to get into this.
If Luka,
I 100% want to get in this fight. If you can play around with it,
I'm not playing around. I just am not trying to argue, but I'm trying to provide a point. I would love to show the fun. I'm saying Luka's at the top of this offensive tree we're building, and then he's running
getting spicy
with
here,
Derek
y'all.
Lively. Well, then AD is more than likely he's not going to play catch or hedge. He's going to be in somewhat of a drop. And so if Luka, as he does better than almost anybody else, I'm saying let's draw up there. I'm not saying fourth quarter they change the coverage or whatever. They're going to trap Luka at times, but sometimes they're not going to trap Luka because they're going to say we're getting beat in the corners too much. We're slow on rotations. LeBron is a fossil. We're not going to do that to him quarters 1 through 3. So then what they're going to do is
DFS is guarding
Luka. Yeah, sure. Yeah, right. So Luka is going to then move. He's going to move to the top left corner. You've seen this multiple times. Move to that top left corner. He's going to pull everybody out of the paint in a way, and then all of a sudden it's going to be either a dump off to Lively, or if they step up to Lively, Luka's going to use his sonar vision over there. Is that PJ Washington standing in the corner all by himself, left-handed, no look over the back of his head pass to PJ Washington, and then Austin Reeves or whoever's going to jump at the three-point shooter.
Did y'all
He's gonna
see
be
the
like,
cameras?
Oh, snap, let me get up here, and then PJ, because Anthony
That boy
Davis
got
is
a
slow on secondary
tracking
rotations,
camera.
he's going to
Hold
drive by him, and it's going to be either a dunk or another pass out. And look at that, it's Kyrie Irving standing by himself as a three-point shooter wide open.
That's where I'm at with it because I think we're overlooking the fact that they got
facts.
Kyrie. But
Come on, Swipe.
Vando is back. They got DFS. I think the Lakers defense improved dramatically in the past 3 weeks because of those two names right there. I think we can give them credit for going to make.
I hope
the
Vando
move
plays
with
a lot in
DFS.
the series, by the way.
And Vando's. I mean, yeah, I think the Lakers want Vando to play a lot too.
I hope so. Mavs too. Luka's on Vando.
He's been gone for a long time, but I mean, I don't think you just forget how to play defense. I think he'll get into it and they'll be okay. With that being said, I still stand on the fact that I believe the Mavericks don't have much trouble with the Lakers. My thing about the whole Anthony Davis thing is I understand that Anthony Davis is better than Derek Lively and Daniel Gafford. I do understand that, but I also understand that I don't have to be as good as you to not match your production, but to make it competitive enough to where y'all not just smoking us based on this one matchup. I think
Derek Lively and Daniel Gafford gonna beat Anthony Davis out on energy and effort. That's the big thing with AD. AD goes MIA during the games. One minute he has 12 points, then he'll go for 24, then he'll go for 30, but then it's back to 7. He just sometimes is not always consistent.
think that there's more matchup problems on the perimeter with the Mavericks than there are on the interior with the Lakers. I think Daniel Gafford and Derek Lively can hold their own enough to keep that competitive. Whereas I don't see them dudes, and I know I just shouted out Vando in DFS, but they don't got nothing for Luka and Kyrie. Chill.
All right, y'all.
Now, and I know you're not saying that they're going to win. I'm just saying I don't even think they're even looking at the Lakers.
I'm about to step in. I got a super chat, and then we're gonna get back to the Dallas Mavericks. Mars, I have yet to hear from you. King, I got one more question for you.
He's too busy talking to people in the chat. He ain't bothering with us. You know who Mars is. He's too busy.
I mean, I'm listening. Like, I'm listening.
And then I got a question for you as well. But before we do that, my man Realist123 sent through 25 pounds.
Yeah.
Shout out to Realist123. He said, "Thank you, Sabonis and Josh Hart. 50 pounds on same game triple doubles. Crazy returns. I'm taking a month off work. Hey, Realist, let me know where you're gonna be at. Send me half the money. I'll meet you there. We'll take a month off work. But anyways, he said, let's talk about Houston.
Man, this is gonna be his first time back in Boston with a serious team. Last year we wasn't ready for that type of matchup, but now this year things might be a little bit different. So
everybody healthy?
Jabari's not gonna be that bad.
Especially from last year, just the improvement between players, between schemes, between obviously the defense. Even the offense looks better. Like we shit on Houston's offense a lot, but even the offense looks better. So I do.
These super chats.
No, he's not that good anymore.
I watched Kawhi
Did I just see him last year? Wait.
Going to be the Rockets.
If Leonard's going to be as healthy as he possibly,
you simply.
You know what? You about to destroy them. Get that demon PRA.
Get that Miami Orlando.
All right, y'all, bear with me.
Go ahead.
Nuggets no embarrassment on the weekend, by the way.
What embarrassment? What they do? What happened?
They got smoked.
Yeah,
They got smoked.
Sacramento Kings.
No. Brunson can.
All right. We just did the Dallas Mavericks. Big Ox, as promised, we have the Los Angeles Clippers. It's time to get into it.
All right, family, there you have it. Do you agree with the takes? Do you disagree? What stood out? Did they say anything worthwhile? Drop it in the comments below. Let your voice be heard. Until next time. And if you do not know, the Dallas Mavericks do take on the Washington Wizards this evening. You can catch TGK for the pregame. Then you got We Talk Mavs. Slightly will be going live. Then you also have Mavs Digest and a numerous of other content creators that will be creating content for this evening. All right. Until next time, strap up, lock in. We out.